Children, we have been learning about the independent India from 1947 to 1977 in our previous classes. Today, we move on to understand the rise of the regional parties. Yesterday, you remember, children, we learnt about the anti-Hindi agitation and even about the succession. That means, after Nehru, for very few years, it was L.B. Shastri. And after the untimely death of Lal Bahadur Shastri, Indira Gandhi has become the Prime Minister of the country. The daughter of Nehru has become the Prime Minister of the country. And now during the L.B. Shastri period, anti-Hindi agitation was there, and how it was pacified, how the concessions were declared by Shastri also you have seen. Today, we shall learn about the rise of the regional parties. Regional parties बोले तो क्या है children? Regional parties. Already, you have seen what are the national parties, what are the regional parties. So these regional parties had arisen and they have come to power also in some states due to the various reasons. So we shall see some of the regional movements which have taken place during this period. In 1967 election, there was a landmark, it is considered as a landmark election in the history of India, because it showed that elections had come to be taken very seriously and had a life of their own. By this time, there were gainers were there, losers were there from the economic development process, and this changed the pattern of political competition. It was not surprising that the Congress party suffered its worst defeat till then. जब तक एक सिंगल पार्टी डोमिनेशन था 1967 इलेक्शंस तक, उसका डोमिनेशन जो है स्लोली उसका ग्राफ गिरना शुरू हुआ. कब से? 1967 इलेक्शन से उसका ग्राफ जो है, अब तक सिंगल पार्टी डोमिनेशन था जब तक, देन इट्स डोमिनेशन स्टार्टेड स्लोली कमिंग डाउन. सो it was not surprising that Congress party suffered a worst defeat. It was returned with the lowest majority it had since independence with 284 सीट. जब तक 385 390 सीट्स के मेजॉरिटी में था, उसका मेजॉरिटी जो है कम है, मगर जीते, मगर कम मेजॉरिटी से जीते बस. It was defeated even in the assemblies of Odisha, Bihar, Rajasthan, Punjab, West Bengal and Madras and Kerala. In all these state assemblies which were previously won by Congress were lost in the state assembly elections में हार गए वो लोग. The party which had ruled continuously for nearly 30 years is now being challenged in these areas. The defeated party did not try to cling to power but allowed the victors to form the government. क्या हुआ इधर? डेमोक्रेसी अगर अब जो अमेरिका में हो रहा, आपको मालूम, even though the election result has come in favor of the Joe Biden, but Trump was not ready to give away the post. Of course, now he accepted, but initially he was reluctant that I will not leave the post of the president. So the transfer of power should take place. Here also in our country, for 30 years the Congress was in power, but they never has deviated from the policy of democracy. They had allowed for the transfer of power to other parties very easily, and they had not rejected that we will be in the power. The party which had ruled for 30 years. And this showed that democracy had taken deep roots in our country and moving towards a competitive multi-party system. India is a multi-party system, and the base for this multi-party system has lied in the initial years after the independence. इसके वजह से बहुत सारे political parties choice जो थे वो आ गया था, and in many of the countries, as you know, it is only the bi-party system, either this or this. So either of these two things you have to choose. So we have large choice in our multi-party system, in our democratic setup. The prominent losses for the Congress included Tamil Nadu and Kerala. In Tamil Nadu, DMK won by a huge margin. What is this DMK? DMK बोले तो क्या है मालूम? द्राविड़ा मुनेत्रा कजगम. This is a political party which participated in the anti-Hindi agitation. एंटी-हिंदी एजिटेशन की वजह से ये बहुत स्ट्रांग बन गया था, और दे हैव वन विथ ह्यूज मार्जिन. एंड इट आल्सो श्योर दैट स्ट्रांगली ऑर्गेनाइज्ड रीजनल मूवमेंट्स could challenge the dominant Congress party also. The DMK had strong links with the film industry and was also to galvanize fans organizations of the popular hero. इसके एक बहुत बड़ा हीरो था MG रामचंद्रन बोल के. MG रामचंद्रन तमिल हीरो है, MG Ramchandran. So iska popular fans association also they have galvanized, they have pulled them for against to the Congress party, and MG Ramchandran is called as MGR बोलते हैं उसको. So the Congress also lost in the neighboring state of Kerala, West Bengal, and even in Odisha. These defeats and challenges also weakened the Congress internally. Internally also Congress has become very weak. And today in Tamil Nadu, if you see, there is no Congress party in Tamil Nadu. There is no Congress party in some other states like Odisha. So it has become a very weak party because of the strong political movements or the regional movements in this region. We shall further learn about the rise of the political parties in the next class. What is the situation in the North India? Thank you, children.